I think we've hit a very sad day. I'm cold. There's a rumor that there's a trailer in a few hours. And for the 14th time in the last 6 days, I'm gonna stay up till that time. The leaks that Riddler Coup gave were fun. I lost many brain cells. I've shortened my lifespan. But there's a difference between riddles that tease something and just telling something. The fun in Riddler Coup came from the speculation. Once something is known, there's not much left to speculate. Like if I told you Tyranitar had a regional variant in this game that was poison steel, what is left to think about? What color it is? And so I know Coup can be kind of ass sometimes, but it's always better to be able to speculate than just have leaks straight up told to you. With that being said, rumor is that someone is running their mouth. And I got the backstory to this. Let's go on my Twitter. You remember Khu Private Time? This is the timeline of events. Khu Private Time is some mysterious person who on March of last year opened up a Twitter account and was mostly quiet. They tweeted E the whole time. They were a Game Freak Connect. Somehow the suckers let me follow him so I can investigate. He's quiet for 14 months, then suddenly on an account with like 1 to 0 followers posts the picture of the supposed Girafarig Pokemon. Initially, we looked at this as a Girafarig regional fake, but I'll get more into it in a sec. Like I said in the previous video, this is the source of all those things that are being tweeted. He posted the Pawmi evolution, the so-called rival. When you see pictures floating around that have a watermark on them from someone else, this is the watermark-free version because he's the one who actually started it. Here's the picture of the flower Pokemon, and then he's the one who tweeted all these gym leader photos. So around the time Kaka here was posting the gym leader photos, allegedly, right? Riddler Coup quoting his tweet about the 12 characters in the game, the gym leaders in Elite Four, male, 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 female, female, says, well. Someone was covering the gunshots for me. So Coup acknowledges Kaka's existence. And the tweet initially when you read it seems like Coup has met a kindred soul on the internet. Someone who has access to the same information as him that he's been slowly revealing over months. And Kaka's existence was so interesting that even digging into the deepest roots, the original Chinese... The sucker blocked me! Did I unfollow him? You're freaking kidding me. Kaka, bring me back. I think I clicked unfollow because his count went down literally by 1. Man, I said his name 3 times. You frick, I was in the cool man's club. Kaka's existence was so interesting that even the original Chinese Riddler appeared and shared the photos Kaka tweeted of the gym leaders, of the new Pokemon, all this stuff. I can't believe I could scroll through it a second ago and now I'm gone. I've been following you for like 12 hours. You chose this moment. I must have clicked unfollow. Anyhow, with everyone who was paying attention to Kaka, it seemed like he was telling the truth. It seems worth watching him. So essentially, I was following this man's Twitter. I won't say your name anymore. You've screwed your chances with me. And I was looking at all the stuff he was tweeting. If his photos of the gym leaders caught the attention of big figures, then the rest of the information surely is right. And I was gonna share it with you guys, but I guess it's a good thing I took notes. Before we get to Kaka, let's start off with the filler, of course, Riddler Coup. Again, I started the video like that because I do want to give my respects to Coup being discreet about what he was leaking about the games. Hopefully a trailer doesn't come out today because then I gotta scrap this video. So anyhow, quoting his tweet about the 12 characters in the game, male, male, female, female, he added to it later and said that there is a small trick and not to fall for it. And in the latest tweet I showed you, because these gym leaders have been revealed, if they are real, he tells us that the trick is that there's only 11 characters here. Do you know what I mean? So he has 12 characters listed, but says there's only 11. I don't know how people came to the conclusion that Nemona's thus the champion. The best ideas I've heard is that maybe there's not a full set of 8 gym leaders in this game. Maybe there's only 7 gym leaders and then 4 Elite Four members. To compare this to Kaka's tweets, have you accepted my follow? Because he posted 7 pictures of supposed gym leaders, assuming this excludes the champion. So maybe the trick here is that there's only 7 gym leaders and then 4 Elite Four members, or there's 8 gym leaders and throughout the course of the game one of them becomes an Elite Four member, and so it overlaps, making just 11 characters in total. Another thing is, remember when Coup said that one of the gym leaders was teased in the first trailer? Well, someone caught this in the first trailer when it cuts, I think near the end of the trailer, to the Switch. apparently you can see this girl, the first picture that Kaka posted. It looks like you can see her behind there. And if that's the case, cool, it is teased. But we were supposed to figure this out. We'll get to the Kaka stuff soon. While we're on the topic of this girl here, if you look closely at the girl, she doesn't have just these puffs of hair. They actually look like magnemites. And when we artificially, like geniuses, enhance the photo, they are magnemites. But the problem is these magnemites are missing the magnets. So it's leading people to think two possibilities. One, that those are regional fakes of Magnemite, or two, that they're just part of her costume. So that's why they don't look like real Magnemites. I suppose you can make a regional fake for Magnemite that starts off like this, and it'll just take a whole new path, not even turn into Magneton. Okay, next thing. Before I banned myself, I downloaded a few of his photos. Here's the second Pokemon, allegedly, that he showed on his Twitter. And the original photo is actually horizontal, and it looks like the neck of a Pokemon. And when you look closely, it kind of looks like Sprigatito's neck. You can start to get a glimpse of it. Maybe this is the mouth, and it's a Sprigatito evolution where it gets darker, but it's standing up. So check out people's renditions. Here's Soul Silver Art's work, and here's one where someone made a whole artwork around this rectangular image. And last but not least, because they showed us those 7 gym leaders, but the screenshots were blurry to protect the leaker's identity, Fulang Gios redrew them in case you had a hard time seeing it. So there she is with their Magnemites. It looks like she could be wearing this bigger suit and be like a really small girl. But yeah, you can see the Magnemites just have like only the screws. Then there's this Juan looking guy. The rest of them you can make out well. This man, I still feel bad for him. Now, it is suspicious that they only showed 7 gym leaders, so maybe Nemona really is the first gym leader or something like that. I mean, if you've leaked 7 of them, what are you saving the last one for? Anyhow, that's all I got to show you. Now we get into the territory of the man who I kicked myself out from. I don't have visuals to show you, unless I get them from earlier in the video where I was just scrolling up his Twitter, but I've picked out some interesting things that he's tweeted. All of this is alleged. For some reason, the big leaker's eyes are on him, so we're gonna talk about it. I've picked out some really juicy ones. You gotta brace yourself. Here's the first one. According to Kakaman, the name of the region are these Japanese letters, which when read, you don't want to hear this. It's Paldea. What does this make you think of? This is the thing. It's all fitting too well. I'm about to slap Khu. Remember when Khu tweeted PDY, then said, if I add vowels, you would know what I mean, but I won't, LOL. No one will know what you mean, man. Paldea, there's an R in there. You're adding consonants. Your riddle sucks, man. Now, granted, this is the Japanese version of the region's name, allegedly. For Sinnoh in Japanese, it was Shinno. For Unova, it was Isho. So this is gonna be slightly different, I would assume. Maybe the R is missing in the English name. But sucker, we got it. We got the Padoyo region. Next up, I'm gonna be honest. It's so cheap, this information, that it's not very satisfying to just hear it. I almost don't want to cover it, but what am I gonna speculate when the answers are out? The second thing is, I saw the way Kakaman described it. He said when he finished playing the game that he cried at the ending and he really enjoyed the story, which sounds pretty juicy. I like to hear that. It reminds me of X and Y's ending. I know it didn't have a post game, but they really did something good with that ending. So this is very good to hear. Pokemon's weak spot is in storytelling. X, Y, and Legends had it pretty well. Seems they're doing a good story again. Maybe Nemona dies at the end. She doesn't. It's a freaking Pokemon game. Don't worry. Next up, apparently there are 4 pseudo-legendaries in Scarlet and Violet. Now, they obviously don't mean 4 new pseudo-legendaries in Gen 9. I know they did it once. It's close. In Gen 3, they made 2 pseudos. Salamence and Metagross. I can't believe they did that. What they probably mean are just pseudos across the decks. So we saw Tyranitar in the game, and we saw the statue of Dratini, so you'd assume Dragonite. It's just one more pseudo and then the Gen 9 pseudo. Okay, you ready? We're slowly getting juicier. Next up, I'm telling you, this is all cheap. I never thought I'd miss Riddler Coup slapping me in the face. Is it never gonna happen again? Are the baby wake-ups gonna end? This is the only life I know. I can sleep now, but at what cost? Next up, there is a dolphin Pokemon in Scarlet and Violet for the first time. There is no dolphin Pokemon for like 20-30 years of Pokemon. They finally found one in Spain, in the Padoyo region. We're either gonna get some squeaky clean dolphin in the sea, or like great white. This man, just buff out of the water. Wait, that's a shark. I'm pretty sure he said something about a shark. But I just made this video so hard for me to do. I've never done that thing where you like go through someone's Instagram and you accidentally double tap. But that's the whole screen you double tap, right? How did I specifically click where there was an unfollow button? Next up, this is kind of juicy. There is no new evolution in Scarlet and Violet. This one hurts a little, if it's real. Bro, what is wrong with you, Game Freak? Who are you saving these evolutions for? My grandkids? Are they gonna see the 9th evolution? Bro, 2013 was Sylveon. 9 years. There's some people out there who just want to meet all the evolutions. They just want to see a ghost Eevee and a couple others. Now watch, they're gonna abandon Rotom forms. They already have. They just made a phone. Then they're gonna abandon Reggies. Trust me, watch. Reggie, Lucky, and Drago, watch, they're gonna be the end. I'm kidding, but it does hurt to hear that. Moving on again, in the town of Cheapsville, someone asked Kakaman if Scarlet and Violet introduces a new typing like X and Y. It doesn't. This was a given. I don't think Pokemon has plans to introduce a new type, and if they do, it won't be now, maybe in the next generation. Next bit is there are apparently 9 towns across this open world region and 3 cities. So maybe you think of them as like these major cities where a lot of people gather. That sounds pretty nice. Obviously there'll be routes all over the game, but 9 towns as your destinations, probably where all the gym leaders are, and 3 big cities. It's a pretty good world. Look at my face. This is my reaction. Anyhow, another thing he tweeted is that the gym leaders all have an important secret, something along those lines. I have to do this from memory. There are a couple things this could mean. This could relate to Coup telling us that the gym leaders all have occupations. Maybe the occupations leads you down a road where you have a mini story arc with each individual gym leader, since you can do them in any order. But other people think the important secrets could refer to the gimmick of this game and that maybe they use it, which would be really good. We never got to see like gym leaders in Sun and Moon using Z crystals. We didn't get to see Mega Evolutions used much when it was the gimmick, so it's gonna be cool to have it as used as Dynamax at least. We're slowly approaching it. I've only got a few left. You know what this reminds me of? This is one of those classic stories where you fight the villain early and now he's just sad somewhere in the world and you gotta go get his help to fight the new villain. Who is this new villain? Kakaman? Defeat this man. I'll team with you, Coup. I don't want this man here. Here's the juicy information number 1. Dunsparce apparently has an evolution in this game. If this is real, this is pretty sick. Dunsparce, the pathetic normal type, I feel like it's not gonna get the wordier treatment where it evolves from Dunsparce. I feel like there's gonna be a regional Dunsparce who's gonna become a big dragon. Moving on, apparently Murkrow evolves differently in this game. So this could mean either Murkrow gets like a different regional variant or fake, and that's the thing that evolves, or they just found that you can evolve Murkrow a different way in this region. This is nice. I'm leaning towards Murkrow maybe getting a different form, because it would counterpart Sneasel pretty well. Both Gen 2 Pokemon that evolve in Gen 4 again. This next one, I don't fully understand it, but he says something along the lines of Pokemon are able to time warp in this game. And it's something the trainers can't do, but only the Pokemon. Bruh, maybe this is the gimmick of the game. Maybe this has to do with the 3-typed gimmick rumor that Coup started. Maybe this could actually bring past and future forms to life. We gotta see. Oh, we so spoiled now, man. Anyhow, I have like 1 or 2 bits of information left. Somewhere along the lines, Kakaman tweets this photo. You can't make out anything of it, but it's got that same bright color design that we saw earlier. I've been looking around, and the popular idea people think this is Quaxly's final evolution, like the top of his hat or something. The last bit of information for me to now assume the role of Riddler Coup and try to tease things to you is that apparently the gimmick of this game, the rumor going around based off what Kakaman is tweeting, is that it revolves around crystals. Remember in the second trailer after they showed Koraidon and Miraidon, it showed that Pokeball going through the crystals? People thought all sorts of things there. In fact, if I can find it, someone drew this cool art pretending like there is a Pokemon hidden there. Here's an example. If you look carefully, there's something with the way the light is scattered here that kind of gives the shape of a Pokemon. So some people saw an eye here and a dragon, and this is like one of its wings. And so like Mad Zygor Core tried to draw it into a Pokemon and speculate some kind of weird crystally Pokemon that'd be in between Koraidon and Miraidon. As of me recording this, Kakaman hasn't tweeted anything else. I've told you all his information. So now we sit and think, does it feel good? If this is all real, Coup feel like a stock. He just came crashing down. Not that I had any stock in Khu, but my emotions. Khu was like a brother to me. I'll leave you with one last thing. So Eclipse TT on Twitter has spotted something kind of cool. Apparently, in North Catalonia, people have spotted Pokemon filming live action segments for a future trailer, like the security guard in the first trailer. I don't know how they can tell this is Pokemon. I don't know what we're supposed to get from this, bro. I don't even see a single Pokeball. They could be filming something else, but people here seem really confident. Anyhow, the coolest takeaways I can get from this, it doesn't leak too much, thankfully. I hope he doesn't leak anything more. Pokemon's gonna drop their official trailer any minute now. We're gonna have a steady hype season. I think the best takeaways are that time warping feature that they talked about, something that might be able to affect Pokemon maybe in battle. It could also be some kind of overworld thing, that the gimmick of this game seems to have some relation to crystals, whatever that means. Maybe these crystals store time and they are the mega evolutions of this game. You get a time crystal, you combine it with your Pokemon, now they become in future and past forms, something like that. And the last takeaway is that Kakaman cried at the end of the game. He enjoyed it. You know, I'm sorry, Khu. It was just an hour ago that I tweeted, I don't want to play with you anymore. And the sucker's moments away from blocking me. But I did it out of love. A brother punches brothers. Khu, we need to work together to take out Kakaman. Alright, go on and shank that like button, guys. What do you guys think about being able to speculate rumors versus outright being told them? Riddler Coup is constantly throwing curveballs. He tricked us with the gym leader thing. He could have straight up told us. He could just spoil parts of the game, but he keeps it up for us to figure out. Even if the riddle is ass, it leaves something to speculate. I'll see you on the next video. Take care.
Bitch, I'm the man. Give me my spot on that throne. They didn't want me to grow. They didn't know I would make all of them go. I did it all on my own. Man, what was you? When I was trapped in my zone, never had nothing to own. Now it's all good. All of that frontin' is gone. I'm out here stunning for show. Bitch, I'm a pro.